Wake up, Shinigami. You're chugging Bleach with the only podcast that unlocks your bankai.
Welcome to Chugging Bleach, the anime review podcast where we watch the end of the first arc of Bleach. Or, wait, this is not the first arc anymore. Oh, no. The end of the main part of Bleach.
I mean, if you go to the wiki, this is like the 18th arc.
True.
So podcast goal accomplished? We're done here?
No. Unfortunately, we said all of Bleach. This is not all of Bleach.
Oh.
All
of it.
All of it.
Some people have problems understanding that.
Yes, it is. We don't make it clear enough.
Yeah.
We are covering everything in Bleach. We might even have to watch Burn the Witch at the end of this. I don't know.
Hey, I'm down with that.
But as usual, I am joined by Dan Video Games.
Admiration is the furthest state from understanding.
KZ Excellent from KZExcellent.com.
I finally understand. You don't hate me, you just hate everything that I like. And stand for.
And of course, Mr. Feel.
You ever stick out your arm and have an entire army run into it?
You got some good stuff this week.
Oh, yeah, we do.
Yes,
oh,
we
yeah,
do.
this might be the strongest set yet.
But before we get into that, Feel, I hear there's a ways to access this podcast early, maybe?
No.
Well, never mind.
Oh, shit.
Never mind, I changed my mind. Charge them money.
Oh, okay. Well, if there was a way to access this podcast early, it would be at patreon.com/gbpodcast. For as little as $5 a month, you get many benefits such as early access to this, theoretically, and Mondo Cool, our Dragon Ball movie review podcast, as well as Cursed Content Club commentary tracks, Cursed Content by Committee, a user-voted show that also comes with a commentary track, and extended armchair dev pitches, where you get to hear our ideas before we weaponize them. That's patreon.com/gbpodcasts.
Thank you, Feel. All right, Dan. Let's do this. Let's hit up these insane episodes.
Sure. So to summarize these episodes, Ichigo has a cool fight with Byakuya. There's a twist. We learned some more stuff about Ichigo. We learned a lot about the Soul Society, and then the arc ends.
Whoa.
Okay, segment done.
Whoa.
That was really fast.
Who is best dressed, Feel?
So I might need to do a little bit more thorough of a summary than that.
A little.
Not too much. We don't want to go too in-depth on this. It's really simple.
An hour and 40-minute podcast.
Yeah, it's a really easy to summarize set of episodes. So we open on Byakuya, Kuchiki, and Ichigo fighting. There's a cool sword beam. It's very awesome. Ichigo tells Byakuya to attack with his bankai now. Whether or not he does, Ichigo plans on winning. And then Byakuya mocks Ichigo's bankai name. It's a fantastic fight we have happening on this cliff. For anyone who doesn't remember, they're fighting right next to where the execution was supposed to happen. Anyways, lots of visual descriptions in here. Not very good ones, but I'll read them.
Okay.
So, for people who don't remember, Byakuya's bankai causes 1,000,000 blades to appear as cherry blossoms. During this fight with Ichigo, the cherry blossoms surge around like beams of energy or water, just crashing around everywhere. And Ichigo, in his very, very cool outfit, is leaping insanely fast. And then just counters it in a really like he actually attacks it and dismisses it in a way that it's like, you can do that? I didn't realize. I thought this was just there are 1,000,000 blades. You can't really deal with that.
Well, you can if your bankai makes you the fucking Flash.
Apparently. He's got a great outfit. Just saying.
Yeah, he does his iconic point his sword in one direction and explode, and then he gets his new outfit. It's very cool.
It is very, very cool. And his sword is no longer stupidly huge. It is small and black.
And has a manji on it, which I'm curious to
Yes.
see if that just stops at some point in the anime.
I don't think it does. Because I think it's far enough removed that it's not super
Yeah, there's
obvious.
one little shape difference that I think saves it, but We'll see.
Because there's a character in One Piece that has like a manji tattoo on their back, and that shit got changed unceremoniously like 30 episodes past their introduction.
That one was a lot more clear, though.
It's
like
different now.
That one was really close to just being a swastika.
Byakuya explains to Ichigo that his attacks are too broad and they're not concentrated enough, and that Ichigo was arrogant to think he could beat a bankai only using his shikai. We then cut to Rangiku and I believe Toshiro.
Yes.
Running around. Momo is still in a hospital bed, and it cuts to them. Toshiro makes a barrier around her hospital room just to protect her while they go off and do stuff. We get more running shots of them, and I thought it was a one-time error, but since they reused the running shot for both them running to the hospital and away, I noted it. These shots are like half resolution, look really bad, and have crazy aliasing. It's like they dropped half of a 480i field.
Yeah, whatever happened to the outro happened to this.
Yes. It's real rough.
Don't talk about the outro. I ignore the outro.
But this is when Ichigo actually gets around to unleashing his bankai. Byakuya is pretty pissed that Ichigo said he plans on winning regardless. And then Ichigo's like, okay, time to go sicko mode. His eyes start glowing white. There's energy pissing out everywhere. There's a giant pillar of energy shooting out of the top of them. And we cut to Ichigo's friends who are arguing over Japanese idioms.
Yes. Important cut.
Kubo's favorite
Nightmare.
joke is just two characters bickering over stupid shit that doesn't matter.
It's funny because it's usually Orihime misunderstands a saying or a thing and is a weird alien and everyone laughs, but then the disease spread this time and it was all three of them. Uryu, Chad, and her are all like, we don't understand idioms and don't remember how they go. And I'm like, I'm an American. All of you sound insane.
Look, they took psychic damage, okay?
Now, apparently, Jesus Christ. So we cut back. Byakuya is losing it. Internally, he's like, only one child in several generations is able to achieve bankai. Those who do have their names forever etched into the soul society. So why him? He wasn't even born a soul reaper, so how can he reach bankai so easily? How can he release such spiritual pressure? It's as if he's... And then he stops thinking.
As if he's built different.
And I was like, as if he's pissed.
I'm just that whole thing of him saying that. I was like, well, it's a good thing we won't be seeing that many bankais in this series, right, guys?
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's impossible for a bankai to be small.
Yeah, he also says that.
Yep, he sure does.
He said that, and it's the first time I went in my brain, okay, well, Dan, make sure to highlight this.
I did.
Didn't you see that stupid boomerang head guy's bankai? They have to be huge and stupid looking.
But so we finally get to the point that was jumped to earlier in the description to talk about his bankai. This is actually where Ichigo points his sword at Byakuya and says, bankai. And it cuts to commercial break.
Whoa.
And then it comes back and he goes,
whoa,
bankai. And there's a giant laser beam that owns Byakuya. There's a tornado of dirt and dust. It's very, very cool. But Kuchiki was actually safe. His bankai protected him with the little petals forming a sort of shield around him. But now you get a better look at Ichigo's sword. Looks completely different. It has the manji hilt that we were just talking about. He's now wearing Zanget's coat.
Yeah, it's very cool.
It is incredibly cool. This dude gets laid. Byakuya feels insulted by Ichigo's bankai because it looks small. He says, come on, man, that's a small bankai. Those don't exist.
There's no such thing as growers, only showers.
Yes, so says Byakuya Kuchiki. In the middle of him thinking this, he gets his shit run up on. Ichigo puts a sword to his fucking throat in a fraction of a second. It's real good. Real good. God, and then the worst to deal with parts of this episode, these episodes begins.
Yes.
We cut to Momo. Momo is crying about Aizen while looking at his note. We cut back to
Yeah.
go ahead.
That's all she's been doing for the past 25 episodes.
That's her whole character, yes.
Yes. Toshiro, don't worry, it's brilliant, actually. Toshiro
It
and
is.
Rangiku run up on the front gate to this section. They haven't yet explained what it is, so I won't. They explained that someone should be guarding it.
Yeah, they said it was where the leaders are or something to
They
that
said
effect.
the front gate. They said someone should be guarding it. No one's guarding it. They go through the chamber inside that leads to the inner sanctum, or the actual structure is blocked, however, and it locks itself with crazy sword grid. It's really, really weird. They're like, the swords form a grid around the door. It's an emergency defense lock. We cut back. Ichigo's friends run up they come up to an insane amount of stairs that lead to the execution ground. And they're like, oh man, this is a lot of stairs. Okay, let's do this. And Dirtbag Perv Man, who no one remembers the name of, I'm glad that my disability is leaking back into the show. No one remembers his name, so everyone comes up with a different name for him. Like, what was it? Small mustache?
Mini mustache.
Mini mustache.
Yeah.
He's like, man, these guys are crazy. I can't believe they do that. Also, my name is Maki Arimaki. Please stop forgetting my name. They will not. Ichigo didn't want to end the fight this quickly for some reason, so he backs off. Byakuya goes, why did you take your sword away from my throat? That sword of yours isn't a bankai. A bankai could never be so small and fragile.
God.
If I have to keep saying it so you get it.
Ichigo begins the battle again with him. Cherry blossom flying everywhere. Shitloads of Ichigos running all around Byakuya. There's like 100 of him on screen running really, really fast. But then Byakuya does something, and Ichigo goes, he got faster. Byakuya goes, using the palms of my hands, I'm twice as fast. And he starts moving his hands a little bit more, and now the things are flying around real fast.
It's so cool.
That line stuck with me. Since I saw this the first time, I was like, that's great.
It's the dumbest
Yup.
fucking shit in the world.
It's so good.
And then that's when, in midair, Ichigo does his absolutely amazing, waiting for them all to pile up in front of him and owning them with his sword. And Byakuya goes, impossible. He sliced through all of them. And then Ichigo references something Byakuya said earlier. And he goes, a miracle only happens once, huh? Then what do you call this? And then he stabs him, and it's fucking great. It's like, he's bleeding everywhere.
Johnny Young Bosch Ichigo has like the most nothing personal kid energy of possibly any character in fiction.
Byakuya goes, your bankai is very impressive. Very well then. There's nothing left but for me to completely crush it. Oh no, I wrote this stupid conversation but forgot to write any of the lead-in whatsoever.
Doesn't the episode just end when he catches the sword? Like,
I
Byakuya
think
actually caught
so.
the blade.
Yeah,
this
after
is
he
the
says
next
he's going
time
to crush it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, the episode ends with the crush it. Then we get a next time on where everyone's having a stroke and they're like, I can't wait to see Ichigo's bonsai. And then someone says, no, it's a mankai. And then he goes, it's a bankai.
Yeah, there's like 8, and the official because I watched the dub with having subtitles on. Like told you what they were referencing, but the dub is just let's just say some Japanese puns
Yeah.
Yep.
that are incomprehensible.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
And then we have the radio cone segment. I'm going to be honest. I barely wrote anything. Ichigo sisters at the shop. Shenanigans. That's all I wrote.
Yeah, Genta gives her
Yeah.
lots of candy. Has crush on her? Question mark?
Now, I guess.
I guess.
And I'm not sure if these post-credit sequence are canonical, but I'm going to assume they are, for better or worse. And now Ginta has a crush on her, I guess.
Oh yeah, and he gets the cone doll. That's very important for the rest of these.
Yes, the cone plushie. That's true. It's a good luck charm for his soccer game.
Yeah.
Did that happen in that one, or is that in the next one?
We find out it's for the soccer game, but then we don't see it till the next one.
I think that she referenced that, but oh well.
Yeah.
Anyway. We open episode 59 with Ichigo's friends running up the stairs. They find a dead forest. This is the place next to the place where the important things are happening. They go, I don't sense Rukia. Someone goes, that's because she's already escaped. And then they realize it's pink hair chick. And she's been just hanging out up here.
Vibing.
Yep, she's vibing. Nothing important happens after this other than she says Mini Mustache's nickname she has for him. Orihime says something, though, and it's very important. She explains that Rukia is important to them, Ichigo's friends, because she's important to Ichigo. Anyway, we get to the fight. Byakuya is bleeding a lot while holding the sword. It's very cool. His blood that drops to the ground lights on pink fire. Like it ignites into pink flames. It's very, very cool. And then he's going to try something else. So he removes the sword and he goes, what you see is what happens when I abandon all my defense and focus on killing my enemy. Pink swords appear at a giant, I would say, hemisphere, enclosing them in. Just
like dual rings.
Yeah.
He becomes a video game boss.
It's like the thing that Blind Guy did, but actually cool.
Yeah.
It's very much like in a PS2 action game, like the swords are the boundary of the boss arena.
Yeah, I've played Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yup.
I forgot about this one moment. Byakuya goes, don't worry, though. This is just your funeral procession. The 1,000 swords around you won't attack you all at once. This Senkei is the special form I only show to my enemies that truly deserve for me to kill them with my own hands. And they start fighting. There's run to sword clashes. Everything flashes white.
Oh yeah, they also say that this is only the second opponent he's ever shown it to. So
That's true.
That might be important. Probably not, but it might be important.
That might be important. Maybe I should.
If there's ever filler in this, we better hope that and none of it is in the past.
And highlight. There we go. Added the note. Okay.
One of these days,
Uh-huh.
you're going to have to be like, all right, we're 20 episodes into Chugging Bleach. I have now separated every highlighted term into a list. I will now read them all to you.
No.
Please do
Very
this.
interested in what you consider are important things to reassess.
Maybe. We cut to Uryu. He's difficult to deal with during this monologue, where he explains that Orihime cares so much about Ichigo, so he better win just for her. He doesn't sound jilted at all that Orihime cares.
No, not at all. Why would you ask?
No,
Why would you say that?
Not in the least. Byakuya is going all out on Ichigo. He keeps appearing mid-slash with his sword cutting out of Ichigo as he appears. It's fucking dope. He's cutting the shit out of him. And then Byakuya just goes, okay, check this shit out. Shoves a sword slowly into Ichigo's foot to nail him into place.
So fucking raw.
It just goes, Hado 4. And blows a hole in him.
He's like, here's my spell. It's the Quake rail gun.
Yes.
This is the most disrespect he shows in the entire match of you could pick the other side and instantly kill him.
Yep. So he gets that hole blown in him, and Byakuya is like, okay, I'm going to end this shit. I'm done with this. Okay. And he's coming in for a thing, right? Ichigo's thinking to himself, and he's like, my body, I can't move. I can't move at all. And Byakuya goes, you think I've been getting faster this whole time, but you've been getting slower this whole time. Your body is dying. Something, bankai, spirit, who cares?
Bankai's too small. You're too weak.
Your tiny penis is killing you.
Yes.
No one's dick is ever that small when they say it.
And then Ichigo goes, no, I need to move. I can't move. I need to win. I need to win. And then he goes sicko mode, like the intro.
Yes.
Yeah, Juggalo form activated.
Puts on his clown makeup.
I had to check to make sure this was Johnny Young Bosch because I'm like, I've never heard Johnny Young Bosch be that cracked out.
Oh yeah, no, it was good. I was like, man, that's an interesting voice for Johnny there.
I
I think he uses it for some villains like in the Tales of series, because I know I've heard it before.
Yeah. Sometimes you just got to be like that.
Sometimes you just chug a liter of moon mist, right? And then you just read the lines.
From the
Yeah,
moon.
he has to shotgun a Fago first.
So he goes in crazy. He's got like half a hollow face on him. His eyes are black with yellow irises. And Byakuya is like, "What the hell is this? Who are you? What are you?" And then he goes, "I have no name," as he just owns the shit out of Byakuya. It's kind of nuts. He's just hacking him up, and then Ichigo, Hollow Ichigo is screaming at normal Ichigo over how pitiful he is. He's like, "You're so pitiful, you weak fucking human. You can't even use your bankai, right?" And then he starts shooting sick little black whips of energy at Byakuya. He's just like black whips of red energy. It's like really, really crazy. And Byakuya goes, "Are you a hollow?" And he goes, "Who cares? As soon as I'm done with you, it won't matter if I told you."
Oh, yeah, that was pretty good.
It's pretty good. Ichigo, however, cries out clearly, normally, "Don't interfere!" It just rips his face off. And then goes, "Sorry about that interruption." Byakuya's like, "What the hell? Interruption?"
So you're saying he took his face off?
Yes, I'm saying
Yes.
Ichigo took his face off.
All right, good.
But Byakuya says, "I don't think either of us has enough energy to fight very much longer. Let's just finish this in one final blow." And Ichigo's
Make it very cool.
very, very cool.
Ichigo's like, "I had practiced with this in my last 2 fights."
Jesus.
Don't think about it at all, please.
Nope. Ichigo goes, "Why wouldn't you save Rukia?" And BK, as I call him in my notes, says, "If you succeed in defeating me, I will tell you."
I'll let you have it your way.
Yes. BK grows a sick fucking halo around his body, like giant ring behind himself and giant white wings. It's fucking cool as shit. Ichigo goes, "Yeah, that's nice. That's real nice. I'm gonna hit you real hard."
That's our Ichigo.
Yeah.
I don't think I could handle the Ichigo. It sounded like the ladies' man the entire time.
That's how that scene came off, though. It's really funny to me. He's like, "Yeah, those wings are nice. I'm gonna stab you."
Please.
So they do a run up on each other. It's really cool, epic explosion looking thing, and then we cut to them post slice. They're facing away from each other. We're watching an anime. Ichigo starts spewing blood and he yells, "I won't fall." And he holds himself up with his sword. And BK says, "You want to have it your way?" And then Ichigo looks at him and he goes, "Criminals must be brought to justice. Feelings and emotions have no value compared to the law. Luckily, I've never been burdened by such sentiments. We're role models, us lieutenants and captains and shit, so we have to be cops."
Yes. More so because he's noble.
Yes.
His explanation is literally just, "I mean, I'm a cop, so I'm a sociopath with no emotions."
Yes. That is literally the conversation.
That'll hold up by the end of this set of episodes at least, right, guys?
Ding, fries are done.
And Byakuya goes,
To that.
Ichigo screams at him that he should have been fighting the law. And Byakuya goes, "I see. And I was never his opponent. His true enemy was the law of the Soul Society. Congrats, Ichigo. Due to your dedication and reckless abandon, you have destroyed my sword. You win. Bye." And we got, like, they show at this moment, like, Ichigo ramming his sword into Byakuya's sword. Byakuya's sword, like, explodes as he's doing it. Ichigo standing there after Byakuya leaves is just like, everything's spinning. I can't stand up anymore. And the sky's distorting above him, so he falls over onto Orihime. They bash heads. Orihime starts crying while explaining she was never in any real danger, and she felt bad she couldn't help Ichigo at all. Everything seems to be wrapping up somewhat, but that's not good enough. So the alarm didn't go off as See, I do this thing in my notes where sometimes I go back and I replace the descriptors that I write as shorthand names for people until I remember the actual names. And other times I forget. So the alarm didn't go off as Chesty and White Shorty break the door down.
That's appropriate.
This must mean the guards have been murdered and were carried away somewhere else to hide their bodies as to not alert anyone. They run inside and see something, and Rangiku makes a hilarious face that I will now post in the Discord.
It's a good face.
I really think that door's the dumbest shit.
It is
maybe in this set of episodes, our ultimate defense, swords on the door.
It's really cool. I don't know what you're talking about. Those could have been Zanpakutos.
But then they destroy the swords.
Well, that's because Ichigo is so tough.
But then they go, oh, the alarm didn't go off. Why is there no alarm? And it's like, what are you talking about? The sword showed up. The alarm went off.
Well, there should be another alarm. There should be a buzzing going on constantly if the alarm's going off.
Yeah.
It should sound like someone's car in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Anyways, here's Rangiku's absolutely unreal face. Oh, no. 1 second. I think I uploaded a raw image instead of a JPEG. There you go.
Oh, this is a lot.
There's a lot of especially good expressions in this set of episodes.
Oh, yes.
Especially from Ganju.
I have another. I would say who it's from, but I would spoil it for people who haven't watched it yet, so I can't.
Yeah, I think she's just reflecting upon the fact that they live in a world where their only defining trait is swords, so even the door grows a sword.
Yes. They're very smart, the Soul Society.
Yep.
That face is...
They must always get big.
That face is so good. The post-credits thing, the next time on thing, is Rangiku talking about getting a rich guy to marry her. That's it.
All right. Okay.
That's it. Radio Cone is playing soccer. Cone's still in Ichigo's body, by the way. And the kid squad shows up. Ichigo's like sister and the shop kids. And they have his plush body, and he's shocked. And then we end it there.
Real good.
No.
Oh man, you're gonna have to pretend to like these eventually.
I will pretend to like these when I actually like these.
Oh, okay.
Episode 60 starts, giant lore dump. We talk about the judges and whatnot that form Central 46, who hand out the judgments of the Soul Society and decide who will carry out the sentences. They're all fucking dead.
Yes, the 40 sages and 6 judges.
Shit.
God. That place must stink.
Yeah, no, it sounds like a nightmare.
Yeah. It's so funny where Hitsuge is like, they've been dead so long, I can tell because the blood is so old and flaky. And I'm like, you can't tell because they're melting from decay?
Look, people in the Soul Society are built different, I guess.
I don't think
yeah, you see, when a soul bleeds, it doesn't smell.
What about when a soul decomposes over the course of multiple weeks?
It smells good. It smells like Febreze.
It's actually a highly pressurized chamber. These guys are like kept fresh.
Okay, if you say so.
Are you saying they have to go through like the UV light grid before you get in there so there's no bacteria?
Yeah, there's no bacteria. It's completely airtight and it's refrigerated.
Yeah.
You can tell it was airtight. They have the best doors in the world.
Yeah, I was going to say.
That's why the door cracked like it did. Hitsugai just hit lightly. It's like, oh, the pressure made it explode.
Yes.
I'm glad you're figuring out things people did not know for the past 20 years.
So they're all fucking dead. They're realizing that all the judgments since Renji lost to Ichigo have been false. This is nuts. This is crazy. But then Izuru finds them in the middle of this chamber, realizing all this stuff. They ask if Izuru's responsible, and he runs away. He runs like a fucking idiot, by the way. So they chase after him.
No, you can't see my microphone.
Terrorist win.
Toshiro and Rangiku are chasing him. Toshiro's faster, so following more closely, and Izuru says he was told to unlock the door from the inside to let Toshiro into Central 46. And then Toshiro's like, why? And Izuru's like, instead of telling you why, shouldn't you be worried about Momo? She's been right behind you, following you the whole time. And it's like, oh, so she's like right behind. She is not. She's way back at that building that's now miles away.
Right.
So Toshiro's like,
Still
okay.
technically behind.
Okay, well, I'm going to head back to that building to see Momo, and that'll work out. Rangiku, you stop Izuru, okay? And then Rangiku's like, okay, I'll do that. And then Izuru stops anyways. And Rangiku and him fight. Izuru's sword keeps striking her sword, and apparently doubles the weight of whatever he strikes every time he strikes it. And he's like, it's just some simple math. Let's say your sword weighed this much. Now, if we multiply that by 2 to the 7th power, that's how heavy it is now. Isn't that crazy? And she's like, oh, that is crazy, by the way. And then her sword explodes into like particles, and then we cut away.
It's like, oh, you had the worst luck on this, didn't you?
You chose the wrong motherfucker.
You picked the worst matchup you could have possibly picked.
Yeah.
I was like,
You probably could have beaten Toshiro.
This shows up on a hard cancel chart.
yes.
What's up? This Squirtle's gonna fight the Pikachu now.
Momo continues to be stupid.
How so?
She does this monologuing. None of it's of importance. She just
Are you sure? It's only things we've heard every time she appears.
she just continues to have no fucking clue what's going on, and then Geen shows up right behind her, and he's like, "Ugh, how did you get here?"
Dan,
What?
when I was watching these episodes, the second he entered, your poison went into his effect. He said one word, and I went aloud. And I'm like, God damn it!
God, you're broken.
It's over. That character is ruined.
And then he's
I don't
like,
know. That's pretty on point for what he normally is. So I don't know what you're
That's
talking
true. He said some shit later in
The
this
only reason
episode.
it works.
He says some shit later in these episodes that absolutely killed me. If it was said in that voice, I would have been on the floor. He's like, Momo, just come with me. And then they walk off.
Yes!
They leave the central chamber. They enter another chamber, which is apparently the residential chamber of Central 46. And he goes, there's someone here I would like you to meet. And then Aizen steps out. Oh, shit.
Oh, fuck.
Aizen's alive. Who could have seen
I'm
this
sure
coming?
you're shocked.
Momo is freaking out. She's crying. She has a meltdown, and she says, "How could I be so stupid to believe Aizen could die? He is a Bleach character after all."
Yeah, right?
Aizen explains, "In order to do what I had to do, I had to fake my own death. I'm so sorry, Momo. Thank you, Momo, and goodbye." So I wrote a question here. Why did the nice man stab her? I can't believe this. He's so nice.
What a nice guy.
What a nice guy.
I don't know. It was pretty shocking to me when I read this at a library
16 years ago.
Yes.
Okay.
Because the anime hadn't caught up yet, at least on television.
So, complete turn here. Aizen is now drawn completely different. Him and Gin leave the building, and he makes the best face of the episode.
Oh, yeah. I hope you like those faces.
It's so good.
Pretty good.
I want a gif
This
of
is
him
like-
and Gin walking and be like me and the boys getting chicken nuggets.
This is 100% the thing that happens in every Ace Attorney game.
It's so good.
Where they're like, oh, now, their sprite will now just look like that for the rest of the trial.
Yep. Aizen goes, "Hey, Toshiro," because apparently Toshiro showed up just after, Momo got stabbed and shit. Aizen goes, "He's back sooner than we planned. I guess Uzuru couldn't occupy him for long enough." In parentheses, I wrote, "He didn't even try."
Yeah, he betrayed him because he cares about Momo.
Right.
I don't know why.
Well, they showed Izuru and Momo grew up in the same squad. Like they were training partners.
Yeah, I know, but Momo sucks.
Yes. But at
Toshiro.
some point, she didn't, maybe.
But before she got the Aizen record, that she's just a record player playing the same Aizen inner monologue on loop.
Yes, before Shirako showed up, she was the
Yes.
character.
Yes, before that.
No.
It's really fucked up that Aizen, some bizarre fusion of me and Bob, is in fact Shirako from Gundam Zeta. Toshiro
Yeah, you're right.
dashes past Aizen and Gin, finds Momo dead on the ground, and Aizen goes, "Oh, I should have chopped her into little pieces and hid them where you couldn't even find her."
This is like,
I'm insane now.
And then
how evil can I be?
Toshiro's like, "Oh my god, Gin's been working with you?" And Aizen goes, "Gin's been with me from the very beginning." And Toshiro goes, "You deceived us." And Aizen goes, "No one was ever capable of understanding my true identity. It was beyond them." Toshiro goes, "Momo was a total simp for you." I feel like I may have paraphrased that.
No.
Oh, okay. Aizen then goes, "That's what made her great. Like Shake It Bake, she was easy."
Man, they suddenly turned into a Funimation dub, and I'm here for it.
Yeah, it's fucking weird, but I'm all okay with it.
Yeah.
Aizen says, "Admiration is the furthest state from understanding. Time to die." Or wait.
God.
Aizen says that first part. Admiration is the furthest state from understanding. And Toshiro goes, in a very cool way, he goes, "Time to die." And Aizen goes, "You shouldn't be making such strong remarks. It makes you look weak."
Yeah, this is ridiculous.
It is so ridiculous. I'm all here for it. Unohana shows up, and she goes, "You're no longer fit to be a captain."
You don't deserve this Toblerone.
Yeah, she shows up and says, "You don't deserve this Toblerone." There's a sequence where he's going to do an attack, right? Or wait, no. We start to explain what was going on. And it's like, "I can't believe you used that convincing corpse doll." And Aizen goes, "It isn't a corpse doll. My ability is perfect hypnosis." I write in the notes, "He mimicked being a corpse."
God.
Yes. You're like, I wonder how this is going to be explained.
This is just the funniest shit. Yet again, people are floored that someone mimicked being a corpse. Fantastic month for Dan video games. Good luck figuring out when I recorded this and why I'm saying this. People scream at him. They're like, "Aizen, you lied about how your shit works." Because Aizen tricked them into believing his Senbakto was like some sort of water Senbakto, which was very cool and also forced enemies to fight each other. And then he goes, "No, the power of my Senbakto is only limited by my mind. Whoever has laid their eyes on it is under my spell, which means the blind guy was under my service the whole time."
Okay, I have to bring this up.
Okay.
When Aizen's explaining his power to Unohana, the tone and candor he's using sounds exactly like the Green Moon Knight.
This makes sense. This is adult Gohan's voice.
It's like, "I didn't move at all. I've been standing here the whole time. I don't know why you couldn't see it."
That's how perfect my hypnosis is. I made you believe it wasn't hypnosis.
Yeah, it was killing me.
This power seems unbeatable and omnipotent. I wonder if they'll come up with some smart way of defeating it.
I certainly hope so.
Either way, I think it's a real Chad move. It's like, yes, I totally engineered a thing where every vice captain had to see how my sword worked. That was not the way it worked.
Yeah, he's like,
"Oh,
"Okay,
I can't believe Aizen's such a nice guy to show us all this thing that hypnotized all of us."
He's like, hey, everyone, I'm going to do a handstand. Everyone gather."
Yes.
Hey, Aizen, do a flip.
And then he does a flip and it gives everyone a lobotomy.
Oh, what
It's a pretty sick trick. As he's saying this monologue, as he explains that the blind guy was under his service the whole time, it cuts to the blind dude is... Okay, Renji is carrying Rukia down the halls of the Soul Society. I don't know why he didn't take a more, like, off-the-beaten-path route to try to get out, but he's just running down the road.
He loves the Doom Wad.
Yeah, he's in the Doom Wad, and the blind dude is just there, and Renji's like, hey, get out of my way. Blind dude does a thing, presumably a Hado, but who fucking knows? I can't remember. And he teleports Rukia, Renji, and himself to the hill. Gin and Aizen then do the same technique, and everyone's there back on the execution hill. Oh shit, oh shit, episode ends.
Really great next time episode tease.
I actually have no notes.
That's the one where Aizen talks about his dinner show.
Oh my god,
That's pretty good.
Oh my god, I forgot. He's like, I'll sell tickets. First come, first serve. Jesus Christ.
And then another great segment for Kone's whatever.
I also didn't write notes, so it doesn't exist.
The Kone in Ichigo's body tries to get the doll off of Ginta's belt. That's it.
Okay. Episode
Thank you,
61.
Bob.
Aizen says, leave Rukia where she is and back away Renji. And Renji goes, what? And Aizen goes, you heard me. Unohana goes, I must go now to save them before it's too late. Isane Kotetsu contacts all the Reapers, captains, everyone, mentally via her brain radio to let them know that Aizen is a traitor. And everyone's like, oh shit, we were all betrayed.
Yeah, she does cool like tattoos and stuff on her arms to do it. It's very neat.
It's very neat. And then we cut to the clown dude nude taking a bath in front of his underling. She has to watch.
Of course.
She's like,
He's reforming. Remember when he turned into goo last time?
oh, I thought he was just taking a bath.
No, he's like reconstituting himself. I forgot he was like a human.
Yeah,
That's fair.
it
He
comes
looks
up
really
with
weak.
like blue hair.
Comes up once in a
thought he-
while.
I thought he was just like that white. I thought he was just some freak.
Well,
He
he's
is
definitely that.
Yes.
But yeah, his
Yeah, but-
underling's
but-
like, hey, are we going to do anything about that? He goes, I don't give a shit.
There's seemingly a mutiny.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, not my problem.
I'm gonna go kill some more of my subordinates now.
I know how this will go. If I show up, I'll probably be one of the people that gets owned to establish how strong the betrayer is.
We cut back to the hill. Renji's not letting her go. Aizen's walking up on him now. He's like, well, if you won't let her go peacefully, then I'm going to remove your fucking arms. You could just leave without your arms. Aizen says this shit. It's so good. He goes, you know, it's difficult to control my power. It's really difficult to walk on ants without crushing them.
God.
This show was really missing something, and here it is.
Yep. The amount of OP they've made him is absurd.
It's so fantastic.
He's not even like
ridiculous.
transforming his sword. He's just so strong.
Yeah. Yeah. Aizen,
Like Frieza didn't rinse everybody but Goku this easy.
I then have a note where I say, Aizen says he had to kill Momo because he couldn't dupe anyone else to do things, and he said he absolutely, definitely, positively had to kill her, and who the fuck knows why.
Well, you see, she wouldn't even want to be alive without him, and he figured that out. So he has
Yeah,
to
he
kill.
was. He was like, it was mercy because all that's in her head is a record playing thoughts about me.
That's a very Shirako style mercy kill.
Yes.
And then he explains that Aizen you knew was absolutely an illusion. He was never real, proving that Aizen is definitely not just a shitheel, he's a magician.
Ooh.
Renji's like, fly Sabimaru? And Aizen goes, nope, and stops it with his bare hand and rips it apart.
And he's like, I'm gonna clip your wings off.
He gets the golf club.
Jesus.
Aizen goes back to strike Renji, and Ichigo's blade stops him. Wait a second. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
wow.
that's right.
Wow. Okay. I'm trying to remember.
I like how many times in my notes I've written Ichigo shows up. That's the recurring thing that I have written down.
Is there some that are separated by only one note? That'd be pretty good.
Not yet. I'm sure we'll get there.
Okay.
So, you know, Ichigo stops Aizen with his blade. They do a giant anime leap back, all three of them, Rukia, Renji, Ichigo. It's very good. They just pick up the picture of them and slide them across the screen.
Yeah, it's like, man, I thought you were almost dead, Renji. How'd you do that?
Gin says the funniest shit in all these episodes. He goes, sorry about that. I didn't think you wanted me to interrupt Aizen, so I let the Ryoka get by.
I knew you would love that line.
He's such a piece of shit coworker. I've worked shifts with guys like Geen. That's all I'm saying. Renji and Ichigo, they're coming up with a plan. They're going to team up. Renji's going to do a technique that will open up Aizen to attack. So he sends the parts of Sabimaru into the air. They start glowing and shit, and he's like, you got to keep it together, Sabimaru. We got to do this. They all start flying towards Aizen. Ichigo starts running at Aizen. He's going to do this cool technique. We're playing the, like, I don't know how to describe the song, but it's got soul because it has, like, the backup singers. And it's, like, really cool.
That's Ichigo's theme song that's called Number One.
Yeah.
So it starts playing that, and then Aizen stops Ichigo's blade with his finger, and Ichigo starts spraying blood, and the music cuts out entirely, and it's really good. Aizen appears and owns Renji insanely fast and starts walking up on Rukia. He then lifts her up by her collar, which is the most insane shit. It just feels like, man, the disrespect here is strong. And
Rukia's like 3 feet tall. It's easy.
Like shake and bake. That's how Aizen likes it.
Jesus.
Fuck. He just call him Mr. Jacob Beck over here.
Any woman under 5 feet tall, he just has ultimate control over. That's his power.
Wouldn't that be funny?
That's really cool.
Aizen says, your stamina is amazing, Renji. But your spine, or I guess it was Ichigo. Your stamina is amazing, Ichigo, but your spine is barely connected to your body. Your job is done now. And then I write in all caps, Aizen planned everything.
Oh, yeah, I wrote that like 3 times.
I'm going to read this
Almost
as
like
fast
it's
as
a meme.
humanly possible. Aizen knew where they were coming from because Urahara can only break through the western gate. There are 4 methods of fighting that a Soul Reaper can master. There's a cap, however. The only way to exceed that is for a Soul Reaper to become a Hollow, or a Hollow to become a Soul Reaper. Aizen did a lot of Hollow experiments, and Kisuke Urahara succeeded where he failed in creating the Hogyoku. Urahara tried to destroy it, but he couldn't. He sealed the Hogyoku inside of Rukia's Gigai. The Gigai that Urahara gave Rukia wasn't traceable at all, so that was the plan. Also, the Gigai will consume the Soul Reaper energy of Rukia. Aizen explains, he turned you into a human just to hide the Hogyoku. Or rather, yeah.
And I think this is also when he reveals that he made the hollow that killed Rukia Superior, because he planned everything.
Yes.
Yeah, he did.
Because he planned everything.
He also made those hollows that attacked during the characters' backstories, like Renji and Aizen's vice captain and Momo's backstory. And I think this is also the monologue where he's like, I killed all the judges and basically faked Rukia's conviction. None of that shit was real.
Yes, it's the most.
I only left 2 times.
It's insane. Aizen goes after Rukia was arrested. Aizen immediately went immediately to Central 46 and killed. And then that's when the giant furry, who I've forgotten the name of, appears and he goes, Aizen!
Yeah, it wasn't even when she was convicted. It was literally as soon as Aizen finds out.
Don't worry, guys. We've got episode 62 for that. That episode ends on that moment, though, and it's really great. I wish more anime stopped when a giant pissed off furry that's like 9 feet fucking tall and pissed as shit appears. That's good.
It is good.
That's hilarious and fantastic, and I hope he deals with this well. I hope he really competes.
He's a captain.
He is a captain.
He bankai'd once, and then they cut away before showing what any of it did.
Yep. There's probably a radio code thing. I didn't even write it down.
Oh, it's the one with let's see.
That's not an invitation.
Ginta don't fight more. Okay.
Oh, great.
Okay.
Thank you.
Cool.
So Aizen blocks the captain's blade. Dude's like, you betrayed us. And then you get a flashback. He apparently was talking to Kaname, the blind one. There's a flashback with the furry and Kaname. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I'm going to read some of these notes here. Flashback to Sajin having robes all over his face. He goes... In the flashback, Aizen is retroactively crazy because they know Aizen's crazy now. So he goes, hi, I'm Aizen. I'm a lieutenant. I'm crazy. Whoa! It's like the look on his face. It's really
Yeah,
Look at my
that
murder
Joker
eyes, and
smile.
then they like wobble.
yes, it's fucking insane. Anyways, we got to the very end. He goes, Kaname, if you have an explanation, I need to hear it now. Bankai. Aizen tricks him with a body double because that's the hypnosis thing, remember? Anyways, and he uses Hado 90, which creates a shadow cube with blades. And it owns him.
Yeah, just immediately out of it.
Just it's over.
Yeah, it's over. Gein's just
It's just another captain level threat handled in one shot.
and Gein goes, "Oh, that was that Hado 90. That's pretty cool." And he's like, "Yeah, it's a failed experiment though. I didn't really master it. It should be 3 times as powerful as this anyway."
So Ichigo's stronger than a million Zanpakutos, and then Aizen is stronger than a million Ichigos, I guess.
I guess.
Something like that.
Yeah, that's like it's like in Dragon Ball Z when Frieza says, "I'm about to do my first transformation. It'll make my power level 1 million," and then he transforms 3 more times.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any other anime ever where like there's such a conga line of people lining up to be eviscerated by the new villain to establish him.
It's real good. What an amazing promo.
It's like Vince McMahon is scripting this, like, this guy has to get over.
Aizen goes, "All right, I didn't finish explaining things, did I?" Anyway,
That's my favorite part.
Gein's like, "Oh, there's some Ichigo friends over here. I'll just make them sit their asses down with my spiritual pressure." And then he does. Anyways, Aizen was behind all of the orders. He did a lot of research into Kisuke's research to see what the other method of removing the Hogyoku from, the body he hid it in would be. There are 2 methods. One of them is to burn away the soul, and then that would leave the Hogyoku, and that was the execution method. The other way is a method of ripping it out of the soul. Aizen, at this point explains the whole thing we were talking about earlier of, he's literally behind everything. Every fucking thing. Look, every last fucking
Somehow
thing.
every imaginable choice has happened this entire arc and everything before it too.
Yes.
I like smart villains. This is very good.
He's the smartest.
Yep.
This dude makes Light Yagami seem unprepared. Aizen then gets plant arms and rips out the Hogyoku.
You can't just immediately go into that.
Yes, I can, because that's what happened.
Right?
Okay, some plant shit comes up out of the ground, and then Aizen gets plant arms and rips the Hogyoku
My brain
out.
just wasn't ready for it, okay?
Aizen goes, I don't have a point of use for you anymore. Killer Gein. And as Gein is like shooting out his extendo blade to kill her, Byakuya shows up and gets stabbed and grabs Rukia out of Aizen's hands. It's very cool.
Yeah, he's like, I found out that her conviction was illegitimate, so now I can actually care about her as a human being.
The law was turned over, so I'll stop disrespecting human rights.
Oh, I'm glad it all worked out.
Jidambo shows up with my notes say the grenade booby lady shit. I don't remember. And then next to it, Kukaku.
Yeah, Kukaku Shiba.
Yes. Then they yell Hado 63 lightning bullshit, and then lightning bullshit happens. Yodoichi shows up too. Gein goes, "Sorry, Captain Aizen, I got caught."
What an immaculate
He's like,
character.
I know.
sorry, Manager Aizen. I stubbed my toe and can't come in today. I'm sure Dan can handle this shift alone.
I'm just like, God damn it, Gein! You piece of shit! Everyone shows up. They're all pissed at Aizen. Aizen goes, okay, check this shit out. And it creates a ridiculous vertical pillar of golden energy. The sky parts in Menos Grande start pulling apart the sky into the Soul Society. Chunks of land start flying up into the sky and approaching the gap. All of the people who are right next to the villains just leap back. So Rangiku has to let go of Gein. And Yoruichi and her disciple Makoto have to leap back from Aizen. And then The head of the Soul Society goes, that golden light is going to let him get out of this part of the anime successfully. He is now untouchable. He's going to leave, and we cannot go in, and he cannot come out. So
Yeah, you won't be seeing him.
Magical girl transformation rules. We can't do anything about it. I'm afraid he got us on technicality, boys.
We can't possibly do anything about those Manos Grande in the sky to stop it.
Nope.
This arc has to end right now, actually.
He's just going to...
Probably go on
Maybe
hiatus
this is
for
the
a
best.
few months.
Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe this is for the best. He seemingly one-shot so many of us already. Doing us a favor.
Furry guy who I still don't remember the name of. I said it once earlier. I already forgot.
Komamura.
Okay. What's his other name?
Sajin?
Sajin. Okay. Anyways. Sajin questions why Kaname would do this, and Kaname goes, the path I follow is the path of least amount of blood. That is the path of justice, and that is the path I follow. So I'm smart and ethical. Bye.
The fact that involves sinking hollows on the Soul Society multiple times.
Uh-huh.
And killing all of Central
46 members. Yeah. Uh-huh.
The least amount of bloodshed.
And-
so we killed everybody and just left him there.
And Momo.
Oh, yeah, and Momo for almost no reason.
For literally no real reason.
Shake and bake.
She went stale.
Yeah, that Kaname, man,
What a smart guy.
what a smart guy.
And then people are upset at Aizen. They're like, why did you side with the Hollows? And Aizen goes, to reach higher. I alone will stand at the top. Something, something, God. Anyways, goodbye, Soul Reapers. Goodbye, you Ryoka boy.
Oh, is this when he does the thing? We get Aizen's new look. Yeah.
It's terrible.
It's really good. I don't know what you're talking about.
Best.
Aizen slicks back his hair.
Yeah, and he takes off his glasses.
He evaporates his glasses.
So stupid.
It happened. I can't believe Sosuke Aizen was Superman.
I remember everybody losing their fucking mind when that chapter came out.
Yeah, reading that because it wasn't airing on TV yet. This entire stretch made me lose my fucking mind. I was like, this is the most insane
Aizen might be the
I've
funniest character in fiction.
If only we could get him to work.
He is working. You're under a spell right now.
Oh no. He tricked me to thinking he wasn't cool.
Wait, what if the glasses were never real, guys?
What?
Yeah. The glasses in the non-slick back hair was always an illusion. Now he just turned it off.
Oh my god.
I don't know. I don't think that's true for the hair. It might be for the glasses, because he says like shatter when he breaks one of the illusions.
Jesus.
So it's like
That's so stupid.
and the glasses like evaporate. So
One of the best written characters of all time.
There's a slight time jump. Like presumed minutes, hour, maybe. It cuts to everyone getting medical attention up on the hill. McDonald Miller goes, the Ryoka are the saviors of the Soul Society. Go heal them.
Looking back on this, that feels like a stretch.
Which part? The Ryoka are the saviors of the Soul Society?
Yes.
Abso-fucking-lutely. The first time he said it, I was like, oh no, they're just going to keep saying that now, and that's going to be true. They're just going to be like, yeah, we're all going to say that. We all agree. It makes no sense, but you, the viewer, have to accept that we accept that.
if I say it, it'll be right.
When he said that, kind of just reminded me of the end of Pokemon X and Y, where every bad character in that game got a medal. And I was like, God, this is terrible. It makes no sense. Bleach should have done that. Should have given Orihime a fucking medal.
They should have given everybody a medal, and then Yamamoto, the old guy, should have lifted up the orb from the end of episode 1
Obviously.
No!
and yelled, "Peace!"
Ugh.
But yeah, I honestly was like, because this got so far back in my head,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, well, yeah, he was a hero of the Soul Society. There's all these other things that happened. Oh, they start saying that here?
Yep.
He wasn't
Yeah.
involved in any of that stuff. That was all Hitsugaya trying to figure things out.
Yep.
It's insane.
He hadn't heard the name to Aizen until like 5 minutes before getting hit.
Yep.
Really good.
Yep. So they tell Rukia to come here. Captain Kuchiki wants you by his side. Byakuya goes, 50 years ago, I lost my wife. Hisana was your older sister. She suffered terribly for leaving you. She searched for you practically every day. And then, in our 5th year together, and then it cuts to her and she says, when you find my younger sister, please don't let her know I'm her older sister. Please take care of her. I'm sorry I've been such a burden to you. These last 5 years we've been together have been wicked sweet. And then she died.
So I wrote a note down.
Okay.
Because I had to point out that because I had forgotten when Rukia's like, you adopted me because I looked like your wife. I just audibly screamed, no! I made you my little sister because you look just like my dead wife.
Yeah.
I'm like, Byakuya, no!
Yeah, no, that was really weird when they said that.
Yeah, luckily,
several episodes ago, and I was like, oh no.
Luckily that wasn't the case, but also, how do people die of illness in the Soul Society? What
anime wasted disease.
It's really fucking ill-defined how death works in Soul Society.
Oh, she sprung a leak. She's leaking spirit energy. She sprung a leak.
She's just like the fucking cereal puff for the fucking Rejected cartoon. She's just pouring a leak out of the bottom. She's just like staring at it. She's like, uh-oh. That's not good. Byakuya explains, I went against the law to let you into my district. Then I swore to my parents to always follow the law. I didn't know which promise to keep, to simp for the law or to protect my dead wife's sister. He couldn't figure it out.
Yeah.
It was very complicated.
This isn't a tragic backstory. You just sound like a douche.
Then he goes, Rukia, I'm sorry, and grabs her hand. End of episode.
Quite the puzzle he had to deal with.
Post-credit scene, next time on that is, Yoriichi tricks Ichigo into thinking cats are marsupials.
Yes.
It's quite delightful.
Yeah, that's why I wrote it down. It's the first one I wrote down in a while. Golden Cone, Radio Cone, the shopkeep friends interrupt. The shopkeep friend, the huge guy.
Tensei,
yes. He interrupts the soccer battle to grab Cone's plush, and it tears. That's it.
Oh, no.
Episode 63, 1 week after the Aizen Rebellion. Actually, anime, there's the rebellion technically started way earlier.
Yes, but 1 week after he revealed that he had cool hair.
Yeah, we should talk about that. How many weeks did we have? 2 weeks since he apparently killed everyone?
I think it was a full month.
Wow.
Something like that.
Because I remember
it was
beginning.
It was before Rukia was even sentenced, and Rukia's execution date is in a month.
Yeah, but then they cut that short slightly.
They did keep cutting it shorter, so it might have been like 3 weeks ago or something.
Yeah, I think it was either 3 or 2 or something, but it's just like, man, this rebellion's been going on for a while. You guys are fucking idiots. Anyways.
Which, I love that idea. It's like, now that you know he's behind every order, it's like, yeah, I'm just going to be extra dramatic and just give him a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Squad 11 is complaining about how they're being treated, the food they've been given at the medical squad, Squad 4. And then the head of Squad 4, the captain, I can't remember.
Unohana.
Yeah, I was like, I think it's Unohana. Yeah, Unohana shows up and just gives them a look of, when you're in the medical squad, that means your life is ours. And then they just freak out and they're like, it's fine, thank you for the food, we will now shut the fuck up. We cut to Ikaku beating up some students. Ichigo shows up to beat up Ikaku. Ichigo is bugged by Ikaku saying he was in recovery. He insists he was not in recovery. Ikaku's like, you're illiterate. They keep arguing about this. Kipachi shows up and is thrilled that Ichigo is feeling better and he's going to end this man's fucking life. He accidentally owns Ikaku. Ichigo runs away.
I'm never fighting you again.
Yes, that was fucking hilarious. Saijin is emo and mourns Kaname's friend. He goes to the grave and he asks what it is that they should do to bring back Kaname. He's like, what would you do? And that's it.
For a Klondike bar.
The guy with the 69 on his face also shows up and is like, I'm also sad about Kaname.
Yeah, that's true. He does do that. It didn't matter. We cut to
I'm going to silently smolder, and then Kubo will wonder why people want to fuck me.
Rangiku is thinking about Gin, remembering that whole, oh no, I'm being carried away by the golden pillar of light. Guess I can't be your captive any longer. Too bad. Anyway. She's thinking about that. Toshiro pokes his head in, gets so terrified she hops up in her seat and her boobs almost bounce out of her robe. It's very insanely well animated. She goes, hey, my boobs almost bounced out of my robe. And he's like, you seem like you would be fine with that. And that's the end of that. Anyways, what's his name is here to apologize. Izuru?
Yeah, Izuru.
Izuru is here to apologize. Rangiku gets shit-faced with Izuru, and he keeps trying to apologize. She's like, shut up. They keep drinking more and more. And then eventually he gets through and he goes, no, seriously, I'm sorry. She goes, it's fine. It's really sad that you thought you had harmed me at all. It's really good. God. And then she says something about people coming together may not solve everything, but it sure does help sometimes, and it makes you feel good. She's really drunk, though, so I don't really trust her words.
Yes.
Yeah.
We get a scene of Toshiro staring at Momo in the Planet Namek capsule.
Yes.
She's got a face mask on. It's feeding her bubbles. The nurse is like, hey, you should talk to her. And he goes, I have nothing to say. And he leaves. It's very dramatic. Kubo then enters the anime via his vessel, Uryu. Uryu has made new outfits for everyone.
Yes.
Uryu made an outfit for Orihime, made an outfit for Chad. Chad's vertical stripe has now become a cross centered on his shirt. Orihime gets a pretty
Very
different
cool
design, seam down the side. It's pretty nice. Lots of choices this episode, gentlemen. And then gives Orihime an outfit to give to Rukia. For some reason, gonna let Orihime do that. Orihime can't find Rukia. She's running around everywhere with this outfit. But she thinks about it. She's like, Uryu made an outfit for Rukia because he loves Rukia. That's why he... Oh. And then the anime pops up with some text that's like, she's a dipshit. And I'm like, I know, I'm watching Bleach.
Right. We caught on to this much.
I'm just glad it's not affecting everyone like it was that one episode. So Orihime runs up on Ichigo. She goes, I can't find Rukia. We cut to Renji, whittling a block of wood while watching Byakuya Kyuchiki heal. Byakuya's like, what are you doing here? He's like, hey, you're my captain, buddy. And he's like, okay, buddy. He's like, okay, pal. And then Ichigo shows up at the window. He's like, hey, what's up? Were you guys having a moment? Anyway, where's Rukia? And they're like, we don't know. And he goes, okay, well, thanks anyway, Byakuya, bye. And him and Orihime drop down and they run away. And Byakuya goes, I find Ichigo's lack of respect disturbing. Is he going to keep calling me by my first name? This is a good moment.
Yes.
And then they go, there's only one other place to look. And then it cuts to Ruki is out there with Kukaku. She came to apologize. Because she killed Kukaku's brother. That's what everyone believes.
Yeah, totally. It was her fault and they all hate her.
Yep. Remember? It was so bad. It was so bad.
Yeah.
She tries to apologize. Ukaku's like, okay. And then she continues to apologize and she's like, shut the fuck up. And then she keeps apologizing and then Ukaku punches her in the face and her nose bleeds and she's like, Jesus, I'm sorry. And she's like, duh. And then she goes, I mean, thank you. And I'm like, wow, I've had this exact relationship. Ukitake apparently already told Ukaku that it wasn't Rukia's fault. This is good.
For once he did something right. I guess because he referred back to his character instead of that weird person he was during that moment.
Yeah,
as it turns out, it's his fault.
Yes.
Don't worry about it. Ichigo and Orihime arrive to get Rukia. They mention tomorrow Rukia is going to return with them to the real world, but Rukia has decided instead to stay here in the Soul Society. Ichigo says, "That's fine, good for you." And that's how that ends.
Right?
Ichigo's like, "Okay, anyway, I'm going to go." And Kukaku goes, No, you should stay and drink. And Ichigo's like, "I don't want to stay." And then she punches him in the face, and then he goes, "Okay, I'll stay." And he has the...
Please, I'm tired of violence.
I'm so tired of nosebleeds and violence. This Kukaku person's so dangerous. We then cut back to the Soul Society where Renji and Uryu are running around trying to find their friends. Kipachi's running around trying to find Ichigo, and then Pink Hair just comes up and shrugs, and it's very comical.
It's just a Scooby-Doo scene.
It is a Scooby-Doo scene, yes. We cut to Rangiku, who passed out from drinking. Toshiro starts walking up on her, and then she freaks out because she fell asleep chest down. She's like, "I could have suffocated in my sleep from the pressure from my giant boobs." Toshiro's like, "Good." She's like, "You don't have enough sympathy for beautiful women." Ichigo gets Chewbacca's medal, and he gets to go back to the...
He does. I'm glad they finally remembered.
He gets to go back to the real world. They're like, "Here you go. You get Chewbacca's medal for everything you've done since, you saved the Soul Society," is the thing we're saying now. Anyways.
Yeah, a hero of Soul Society.
Rukia goes, "Since I'm staying here, I won't need that dress Uryu made." And Orihime screams, "You have to. You have to wear it." And she goes, "Okay." Ichigo leaves. Rukia says thank you to Ichigo, and Ichigo goes, "That's my line." Kinpachi says, "Ichigo and I will meet again, but I'm not going to see him off because I'm so emotional." And as they leave from the tunnel from the Soul Society, they still have to run from that really scary thing, which is bizarre. Apparently, this is how they always travel. This really sucks.
Yes.
Yeah, this is
pretty
fucking
great.
deeply bizarre.
They give an explanation of, "Oh yeah, we could normally get through there if we had hell butterflies, but we can't use those because we're weak. Only Soul Reapers can use those."
It's the most video game thing. It's like, okay, it's Star Fox Adventures. We still got to do the space thing.
Yes.
But they escape the tunnel. They fall into the real world, and a bazooka gets fired by, oh God, what's her name? The creepy tiny child at the shop.
Ururu, I think.
Yeah.
Ururu, right? Ururu. So yeah,
She can
Ururu
take
fires that fucking... Yeah, she can. Fires that bazooka blanket at them. It wraps them up and then unfurls into a magical carpet ride, and Urahara's on top of it, and he apologized for everything. Ichigo demands Urahara to apologize to Rukia when he sees her again. He goes, "Okay." And everyone decides to get off at their houses. Uryu says, "You're Soul Reaper. The next time we meet, we're enemies." And they're like, "Ha ha ha, fuck you." Or Hime gets off next, and then Chad gets off.
What are you gonna do, Uryu?
Right?
Jeez.
Ichigo leaps off at a random point, and it apparently is the bay where his mother was hollowed, and we're not gonna... None of this had anything to... We're not gonna worry about it. Anyways.
It was probably also Aizen's fault. We haven't revealed it yet.
It probably was. I'll see you in like 300 episodes to find out or something.
You see, that was the whole trick. In 400 episodes, where when you see Aizen again, it's like, I'll send my second in command, Grand Fisher.
Yep. Uraha says, "The battle has just begun," and Yoruichi, who's riding the flying carpet ride with them, goes, "I guess for you and me, there's no dying of old age, huh?" Ichigo arrives home.
It's just begun.
Ichigo arrives home. Post-credit sequence. Isane has a nightmare. That's it.
It was about fish sticks, I think.
Yeah, something about fish sticks. Either
Yeah.
that or she was saying fish sticks as an expletive, because, some people do that.
Oh,
I was uncertain.
maybe.
Okay.
Anyway, that's all the episodes.
Whew.
Yep.
That's the end of the arc. Thank you, Dan.
We should have gone with my first
Holy
summary, but
shit.
okay.
God.
Yeah,
Yeah, maybe we should have.
maybe.
It's fine. It's fine. We're back
Whatever.
to less content per episode next time.
I bet.
Yeah, and there's nothing. I don't think anything ever happens again like that with Aizen. Because, oh my god, he just lore dumps for like 2 episodes straight.
It's really fucking good, though.
It is.
Yes,
it is amazing.
It's immaculate, but big.
It's big. Oh, Dan, I don't think you reviewed the ending last time. I think the rest of us did, but you didn't. You wanted to hold off.
Yeah, what was my scale? Like, what's the scale we work with the endings?
We just do 1 to 10. We just
Okay, it's just 1 to 10?
Yeah, nothing fancy on that one.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do, okay?
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna give it a 6 because the song's pretty nice. I don't hate the song at all. The animation's nothing.
Yeah.
So you could stick that theme on a much better animated ending, and it would be really good in my opinion. However, it's just a really cozy, nice song with really unmomentous visuals that have a deinterlacing problem.
A huge one.
Yeah, they do. They do. Watching on Netflix, it looks worse.
I bet. So you know what? I'll make it a 5. We'll leave it at a 5.
Okay.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all. I think it's suitable, and I like the song.
You need a nice marriage of visuals to song, feel like.
All right. Here we go. The most hype segment we ever do. The best dressed of these episodes.
Segment.
All right, KZ, who is the best dressed today?
Aizen when he takes off his glasses and slicks back his hair.
God.
Fucking idiot.
He looks so cool.
No, he doesn't.
The fact that you think he doesn't look cool is your worst take of all time.
No, he doesn't look
It's
cool
pretty
here
funny.
at all. It's terrible.
You're so bad.
Just like I became a corporate executive, and I'm like, cool, fucking great,
That's perfect.
Yes, look at this character.
dude. Maybe if he got some like power shoulders or something, if there was something even more corporate about, like say he put on a tie.
Wait until we get the new outfits.
I'm sure.
Yes.
I'm sure.
I feel like that's when it comes together.
Because it's so good that someone had seen pictures of later Aizen with a different outfit and the old one and didn't get that it was the same character. So
bet.
It works as intended.
I'm just sitting here and I'm like, I appreciated the divide between his "I'm clearly a bad guy" face and his hair.
I know, I've been looking at him the whole time and laughing.
It's so good. What a good picture. I need that GIF. I need a Blu-ray drive so I can rip an immaculate copy of that to make a really high quality GIF.
That makes sense.
I feel like you'll use it a lot.
Yep.
So, Dan, since you don't agree with Aizen, who is the best dressed?
I'm going to count this, and if you disagree with me, I'll obey that, but I disagree with you disagreeing with me.
Okay.
Rukia's new shirt looks great. She held it up in front of her. I'm going to count that.
Her new dress?
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't care enough to argue.
I can't. I accept that.
Okay.
It's a good dress. I can't deny that.
It's really good.
I accept it because I like the shirt.
It's a good shirt. It's a real good shirt.
Okay, Phil, what do you got?
Bankai Ichigo. That outfit's raw.
Of course. It's not as good as his last one. His last set of episodes, one with the cape, is still the best. But this one is really good.
I kind of agree. I feel like there should have been a fusion of those two outfits at some point.
I sort of agree with you, Bob, but here's the problem.
What's up?
Between the two, this Ichigo fucks.
He does.
Yeah.
He does with his big swastika sword.
It's a manji, and he'll be glad to explain that to you as he plays some smooth jazz and lights some candles.
He's like, okay, let me get ready, and puts on the Joker mask.
Does he also have a fedora?
And then suddenly I'm pregnant.
Oh, man.
And I have left myself with slim pickings.
I don't know about that.
I'm going to choose Isane. I think her arm tattoos were really cool, and I like her hair bead thing.
Okay. All right.
She had a much better showing than last session.
Yes, she wasn't annihilated within seconds, which is weird because everyone else was.
Yes.
If Bob disqualified me, I was going to choose Orihime's new outfit.
I almost did because that new shirt is very nice.
It's very nice. I think it's an upgrade for sure.
It's probably hard to draw, so I don't know how long I'm going to see it.
Oh, no! That's fucking tragic.
Enjoy. This is the only time it shows up. Man, that'd be fucked up if that was real, and I'm not sure.
Yeah, we're going into filler next time.
So who knows?
We don't. So how excited, Dan, are you to watch filler Bleach? How excited is everyone for that?
I don't know a fucking thing about this filler. I'm excited as shit to see what Bleach filler is like.
My brain's like, I think there was a smaller thing before we get to the big filler, so I'm unsure. I think it was funny.
I'm scared.
That's fair. I have positive memories of the filler, but that's because Naruto filler was happening around the same time, and that was abysmal, and Bleach was still
that's
fun.
the worst thing in the entire world.
Yes. All right, let's move on with these segments. Let's see.
Trivia?
Yeah, it's trivia time. Phil, what kind of trivia do you have for me this week?
Let me pull it up here. I had it. Where the fuck did it go?
All right, old man, come on.
Well, I lost a tab. Soul Society has a Shinigami Women's Association, which is an organization of Shinigami women that get together and basically prattle, and their headquarters is a secret room in Captain Byakuya's home. Is this real or fake? Dan.
Real.
Bob.
Yeah, it's definitely real.
KZ.
This feels like it'll be something we'll see after the credits of an episode. I'll say real.
It's real. I have no idea if it ever shows up in the actual anime because it was introduced in small comics in the character book that Kubo did.
That has to be one of those fucking post-episode nightmare.
Oh, it is. I remember that quite well.
Oh my god!
Spoilers.
I'm like, I can totally see it being that, but I'm glad you could confirm it for me. That'll be great during Chugging Bleach episode 58.
All right. We gotta get to it, guys. How tight was this? We have the tightness scale. It goes 0 to 25, so you can put things always in the earth if you want. But I feel like it's probably gonna move more near the top this time. KZ, how tight was this set of Bleach episodes?
Now, there are certain awards that Bleach can always obtain for doing certain things. But the most powerful of them is the times where Aizen shows up and does that thing he does, which is the highest honor I can give any set of episodes. This gets a 25 because of that. I'm sorry. Every time he does this shit, it's hilarious. And also, it's like the peak of this arc. And it blew my mind when I first saw it. And even now, it was super fun.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and go next. I agree. It's a 25. I don't know if the anime will ever be this good again. It's kind of insane how things have wrapped up here. Dan, what do you think?
This is complicated.
He flicked his hair back, and now I'm questioning him.
Only then did I realize this guy might be evil.
I'm not sure yet. He explained how he knew everything and did everything for the last 20 or 50 episodes.
I mean, I don't know the 46 people he murdered. Maybe they had it coming. They apparently ran the Soul Society, so it sounds like they do.
That's pretty big out, honestly.
It must be fascinating watching this, and they're like, here's this character, Sosuke Aizen, and going, oh yeah, that's one of the most popular shonen anime bad guys. Guess I'll just have to watch him not be evil.
I'm going to go ahead and give it a 25. If I was going to give it a 24, it's because that last episode has a couple moments that I wish were better, but it's not bad. So
yeah.
I'm going to give it a 25. This is some of the best 6 episodes of anime in a row I've ever seen.
Right, there was no weird drag in the middle of these episodes. Like every other set, I feel like there was at least one episode we wished it would stop.
Yeah, that's why we keep getting 8, 18, 13.
I'm laughing. Yeah. I'm losing my mind. This has almost tied the last set, and Phil hasn't given it a score.
All right, Phil, go for it.
I'm going to give it a 25.
Yeah,
there we go.
I don't know if anything else will match these 6 episodes. I'm scared nothing will.
Yeah,
man. If the next set falls off, it's gonna be really funny because this just got a perfect fucking score.
Yeah, I don't know how you could surpass this. To be frank.
Yeah. No, it's gonna be really tough. Maybe once we get back to the real story arc, it'll get close, but I don't think it'll get this good again. Honestly.
Oh. This is 92 points better than the live action movie.
Shock.
So I don't know if I should bring this up during the episode, but there's some OVAs that never came to the States.
Oh,
I
you want to do those?
I have found them.
Bob has been clear about his ideas about what we watch here. But,
All of Bleach.
Yeah, we
Sure.
All of Bleach.
Okay. As long as we're all okay with all of Bleach.
Yeah, I'm okay with all of Bleach.
It delays this filler arc a little bit.
Yes. How excited, Dan, are you to see random OVAs?
And now's the time, because I think that second OVA is supposed to take place after the arc we just finished.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the placement of it, and I think it even came out a year before this arc was actually finished. But
What?
yeah, it was weird.
God, that's weird.
Yeah, it was like a Jump Festa thing. So it's like, this is for people who read the manga.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. I'm very excited to watch an OVA.
Aren't we all?
Please be good.
Please.
I'm begging you.
It collectively gets a 5, so we have a 95-point drop.
I'm gonna hit stop now, by the way.
No, that's Bob's.
Yeah, you're not the host.
Bye.
There we go.
Thanks for listening. Shows like Mondo Cool and Chugging Bleach are only possible thanks to our wonderful supporters over on Patreon. If you head on over to patreon.com/gbpodcasts and pledge at the $5 or above level, you not only get early access to Chugging Bleach and Mondo Cool before they're released to the public, but you'll also gain access to exclusive shows like Armchair Devs Extra and Cursed Content by Committee. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you guys next time.